This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works, with meteorologist CJ Cartledge.
And good morning, everyone. My name is First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here. I'm actually going to bring myself full screen. Hello, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here on the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday morning, and it's been moving pretty smoothly, actually. This morning has, in terms of the weather. We have been seeing mostly cloudy conditions to start our Tuesday, but as we move into the afternoon hours, we could see a few isolated to scattered showers in our far south and eastern portions of the Arklatex region, which we will be talking about later on in this forecast. But the kicker is, just around 2 hours ago, we got notion from the National Weather Service that the Storm Prediction Center has issued a new severe risk for areas down to the far south and east, dealing with these isolated to scattered showers and storms that are possible down there. So that's what we're going to be diving into later on in this podcast. We're going to be going over the local forecast, as well as that new severe risk. And coming up after the break here, not right now, but in around 10 minutes or so, we're going to be talking about a viral weather video that I believe you guys can learn from in terms of how to react in a weather situation. And so we're going to be talking about all of this on today's episode of the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown. But let's bring myself back into the corner and talk about the conditions for today. Right now, we're seeing some clearing of the clouds, which is definitely a good thing. We're going to see a good amount of sunshine for today, especially for most of the northern half of the Arklatex region. And for the southern half, you could expect mostly cloudy conditions in some areas and potential for some isolated to scattered showers, as said before. So moving on here with the pretty much the setup for what we're going to be seeing through the rest of this week. Here is a multiple disturbances that will move through the Arklatex, mainly due to southerly flow. In the upper levels, we're dealing with a elongated upper level ridge here, which shows that we will be receiving warmer than average conditions, which is what we're dealing with right now, as shown by the orange and the darker orange colors and even the yellow colors reaching all the way up into the northern portions of the United States. That upper level ridge will slowly make its way off to the east, as well as that low pressure or that low over there signaling the dip in the upper level pattern over by Los Angeles and north and west or near San Francisco. The green colors and the blue colors, that's an upper level trough. Most of the time it holds a low pressure system in it, but that will trend off to the north and east outside of our area here in the Arklatex, and we'll continue to deal with the conditions of the upper level ridge, which brings us daily storm chances as well as local heavy rainfall associated with the scattered showers and storms that we may receive over the next couple of days. And this also brings a series of disturbances with the main threats for local heavy rainfall only. But for today, I'll be talking a little bit more about the additional severe risk, as I should say, for today's potential severe weather event or potential for severe weather event. Here's First Alert Doppler radar and what things are looking like across the Arklatex as of right now. And we are dealing with mostly cloudy conditions here in the mid sections of the Arklatex and mostly clear conditions here on the northern side. And we're expecting mostly sunny conditions for the northern half of the region through the day today, but not so much for as we move down to the areas down to the south and east here. We could see a few isolated to scattered showers and storms, similar to what is moving just north of Alexandria as of right now, over here in our southernmost counties and parishes. So areas like the southern portions of Nacogdoches and Sabine County and San Augustine County in southern East Texas, Sabine Parish, Natchitoches Parish, Wind Parish, and some portions of DeSoto and Red River Parish, and even Bienville Parish may be in the risk of the higher rain chances for today and the potential for severe weather. Let's take a quick look at that severe weather risk here. I'm going to move myself off of the screen. And as you can see, that severe risk includes areas that I had named before, even some areas near Panola County, in southern Panola County, I believe that is, in southern East Texas, are under a marginal risk of severe weather for today. And as you can see, that green weather corresponds to the level 1 out of 5 on the severe risk scale. The main threats to watch out for are the damaging winds and the large hail. And we're not expecting tornadoes, but they are at extremely, extremely low risk. And if you look at the Storm Prediction Center website, it doesn't even, the potential is too low for tornadoes in our area for today. So we can relax our shoulders in that front. But these scattered storms could produce damaging winds as well as hail sizes. Potentially is most likely going to be small hail, not so much of the large hail because of the structure and the setup of the atmosphere. But we could see some stronger severe storms for today during the daytime hours. Here's a quick look at future track and what we can expect through the rest of the daytime hours today. As you can see, moving into our afternoon, we could expect these isolated to scattered showers move through the area and potentially produce some storms that could turn severe at times. Going a little bit back here during the early afternoon hours here, we could see a few isolated showers before the storms arrive, heading into the late afternoon hours. And even into the evening, we could see some storms meander over to the Texas side of the Arklatex region in our southern eastern Texas zones there, according to this model. With the front moving through, our outflow boundary moving through, this will dissipate any remaining showers as we move towards the evening hours on our or during the overnight hours, I should say, overnight into Wednesday morning. As we move into early Wednesday morning, that area of showers over there off to our west will slowly make its way into the Arklatex region as another disturbance, as you can see, swirling off counterclockwise as the usual low pressure system does, and present us with some convection here. Convection being rain showers, storms. As of right now, it does not have a severe risk on it, but as said earlier today, the isolated to scattered showers did not have a severe risk on it as of maybe 5 hours ago at the start of the morning show. But now it does, so we will wait on the potential for this potential disturbance to maybe increase its severe weather chances here. But it doesn't look to be so likely, as temperatures will be mainly in the 70s across the region, but it is still very much possible. As we move through the afternoon and into the evening, conditions look to show that the isolated showers or the scattered showers for our Wednesday look to dissipate, as it is going to be daytime driven for the most part. Heading into Thursday, things get rainy once again, but as we move through let's go back to the early morning hours on Thursday, will be another disturbance moving in from the west, presenting us with some scattered showers first before all the storms look to potentially develop by the afternoon hours, and this does not have a severe risk on it as well. It's actually just going to be showers and thunderstorms that remain sub-severe as of right now, but once again, make sure to stay weather aware as we move through the afternoon and evening. Sorry, I just jumped a little bit. This is just me playing with the max system. But as we move into Friday, we're expecting another disturbance to move through yet again and bring widespread showers and storms that have the potential of becoming severe at times. But right now, the risk for severe weather looks to be low, as similar to what we will see for today. The risk is low that any of these storms will turn severe, and it's going to be like that through the rest of the work week for this week. As you can see, for tomorrow's forecast, we start out with some slight rain chances across the region. At least this is a forecast for Shreveport-Bossier, and for most of the region, this is going to be very, very similar. Mostly cloudy conditions during the early morning hours before rain arrives by the time we hit around lunchtime, or potentially around lunchtime. We see, as you can see, there's only a 20% chance for rain. But as we move more and more to the afternoon, rain chances will definitely rise across the region. It's going to be more likely that the entire Arklatex will see some rain showers through the day tomorrow. Rain chances for Shreveport looks to rise to around, I believe, 60%. That is what the highest here. Same for Texarkana, but we'll see a little bit earlier timing as the disturbance mainly comes in from the north and northwest, north and northwestern portions of the region. In terms of Natchitoches, they will see a little bit lower rain chances as the system or the disturbances coming from the west may be disintegrating, or it's going to be a disorganized system. So it's going to be moving in from the west and moving out to the east. But they will see a little bit lower rain chances as compared to everybody else in terms of Natchitoches. But it does not and it does not mean that they won't receive any types of rain for our Wednesday. In terms of the flooding risk for today, we're not expecting much flooding, if anything at all, but the chance still remains there, mainly because of the severe risk that was just issued. But as we move into tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. Marginal risk for flooding for areas just to the north and west outside of our region. But as we move into Thursday, there is a marginal risk for flooding in our north and western portions of the Arklatex region. And as said before, locally heavy rainfall is the main threat associated with these potential storms, these storms that will be moving through the Arklatex region through the next few days. Rainfall potential through the next 7 days shows that we could expect maybe upwards of 1 inch in some localized areas around the Arklatex. So as you can see by that light blue color, that corresponds to 1.25 inches. The darker shades corresponds to 1 inch, and the darkest shade of blue corresponds to a 3/4 inch of rainfall on the way for the region. But at the lowest, we look to receive around 1/2 inch for those in the southern portions of the Arklatex region. Highs for today will be in the 80s across the region, lower 80s potentially for areas down to the far south and east, but that high has been growing since, or those highs down to the south and eastern portions, mainly in our Louisiana parishes, has been growing throughout the morning today. It was showing 82, 83 degrees for highs near Natchitoches and Winfield at the start of the morning show, but the latest forecast came out and it shows that they will be having a high near the mid 80s for those down to the far south and east, and upper 80s potentially for areas to the far north and west. Near in Texarkana at 87, 88 for Longview, 85 for Shreveport-Bossier, 84 near Idabel, and 86 near DeQueen. In terms of Wednesday and that potential severe weather threat, it looks to be a little bit lower, mainly because of lower temperatures. Temperatures mainly will stay in the mid and upper 70s across the region, maybe seeing some lower 80s near Winfield, 78 for Shreveport. And as it just changed on me, as you can see, the forecast always changes in terms of the computer here. 77 for Mansfield and Manning, 77 for Minden, 78 near Texarkana, 75 for Mount Pleasant, and 76 near Nacogdoches to the far south and west. Here's our 7-day forecast, though. We're expecting Tuesday to be mostly dry with the chance for some rain showers. The higher chance looks to be down to the far south and eastern portions of the Arklatex region. Moving into Wednesday, Thursday, and our Friday, make sure to bring that umbrella out. You will definitely need it if you're around the Arklatex. It will be rainy, and you will see some storms around the region, a few rumbles of thunder. It is mainly going to be a midday to afternoon type of event for all 3 days leading up to the weekend. Temperatures drop into the 70s for highs heading into Wednesday, 70s and 80s by Thursday, more likely in the 80s by the time we hit our Friday. And we will jump into the mid and upper 80s heading into our Saturday and Sunday with slight chances remaining in the forecast. And by next Monday, we could very well hit that 90-degree mark there. So definitely warmer conditions are on the way. Temperature outlook shows that we will be warmer than average for this time of year, especially for the time range we are in now, mid to late April, as well as the beginning of May, going out to the next 8 to 14 days here. So definitely some warmer conditions on the way and wetter conditions on the way. So make sure to keep that umbrella handy and keep your eye at the sky on the forecast as there is potential for some of these systems or disturbances to become severe, as similar as what we will see for today, or what we may potentially see for today. Now, after this quick break, we'll be talking about the viral video I have to show for you guys. And I believe this could teach you guys a good lesson for what to do in a severe weather situation. This is actually a video from last week's severe weather event that was outside of the Arklatex. This hailstorm that moved through Nebraska. It produced a whole bunch of hail reports. It was over 100 hail reports, as well as over 20 tornado reports. So it was definitely a damaging severe weather event near Nebraska, and I have a video to show for you guys from what happened, or just a little bit of what happened from one of those storms that passed through Nebraska just last week. So after this quick break, I'm going to show you guys that video and give you guys a little bit of a breakdown on how that happened and how you can stay safe from it in the next time if that ever happens here in the Arklatex. So make sure to sit tight for around 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here once again to talk to you about the viral video that I have to show for you guys. Now, this happened in Nebraska on April 17th as a severe storms ran through the eastern side of the state of Nebraska, and into I believe that's Iowa, in western Iowa. It was right on the border. There was a severe risk. There was a risk for hail. There was a risk for damaging winds as well as a risk for tornadoes. And the tornadoes risk was actually low, but they actually kind of sort of had a tornado outbreak as many tornado warnings were firing off in those areas. I believe there was reports of 22 tornadoes that touched down in that area, and hail reports were up to 119. In terms of the hail reports that happened in that severe risk area of eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. So I'm going to show you guys this quick video. This is credit to Volcaholic on Twitter, which posts a lot of strong, like, extreme weather videos as well as volcano videos that go on around the world here. So I'm going to give you guys just a quick look at what happened in Nebraska, just a sneak peek of one of the storms that happened in Nebraska when it passed through on April 17th. Here it is. Okay, so what you saw there was a really bad hailstorm that happened on April 17th when those severe storms ran through. And the person that was recording was actually in their home when the hailstorm happened. And just saying, as of after the fact, that there was reports of baseball-sized hail and as large as softball-sized hail. And he was literally in his, I believe that was his kitchen was, or whoever the person was. I don't want to misgender them, but I'm sorry if I misgendered them, but they were in their kitchen in the middle of a severe storm, and hail was blasting right through their window. that is a place where you do not want to be during a severe storm. And I'm going to give you guys just a quick gist of where exactly a good place is to be in the middle of a severe weather situation. And as you can see, this, say for instance, this is your home, right? The green area is where you would be safe, and the red area is a place where you would not be safe in a severe weather situation. Moving myself off the screen here since I have such a big head, and I'm blocking the demonstration here. As you can see, where to go and places where you should go is the center part of your home or structure. That green zone right there, which appears to be a bathroom with a toilet in it, would be a perfect place to be. Not on anywhere outside, on the outside of your home or the outskirts of your home, because you would want to stay away from windows. As shown in the video before, hail can burst through the windows and break them and possibly injure you. Damaging winds could do the same thing, and let alone a tornado, which is a severe wind event, could very well damage your possibly your home or the outside of your home or your windows, especially. So in a severe weather situation, let alone a tornadic situation, you definitely want to find the center part of your home or structure. If you have a basement, that would be perfect for any type of situation like this. You would want to stay away from windows as well. And you would want to, once you're in that green zone that you see there that's highlighted and that's flashing right now, you would want to try to cover your head with anything that you can, whether that be a helmet, whether that be blankets, whether that be pillows, anything that you can find. Try to cover yourself with it, or cover your loved ones, or cover anybody that's in your vicinity, because I'm sure you would not want them hurt, and you would not want yourself hurt as well. So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys, was a video of pretty much a severe weather situation that happened recently. This was posted around 2 or 3 days ago on, I believe it was on Saturday. That severe weather event happened on April 17th, which was last Thursday. And there were definitely a lot of reports from hail, ranging from hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes. So I just wanted to show you guys that video, just to show you guys what to not do in a severe weather situation, honestly, and just to keep you guys safe, and just explain what exactly you should do in a severe weather situation, whether that be hail, damaging winds, flooding, or tornadoes. And I haven't mentioned flooding much, but as you may know, and as you've heard the saying multiple times, turn around, don't drown. If you see flooded waters, you do not know how deep those waters are. Turn around. It's better to leave with you and your car than to leave your car in the passing water, and you go to safety. You would want your car. You care about your car. I'm pretty sure you do. So please turn around, don't drown. Do not drive through flooded waters. Now, I'm going to take another quick break just to give you guys a commercial break, and I'm going to come back and talk about what is next on the next episode, which is tomorrow, which I will be back for. I'll be back on Wednesday's episode. I'll be talking about the brief breakdown of what we're going to talk about, and wrap up the show here in just about 2 minutes. So take another commercial break right now, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. So, wrapping up the show here, we're pretty much expecting more rain on the way for the rest of this work week, as well as drier conditions as we head into this weekend. So, make sure to keep that umbrella handy, number one, and to once again turn around, don't drown. We could see some flash flood situations through the multiple disturbances that rolled through on our Wednesday, Thursday, and our Friday. Also, watch out for the severe risk that it has been issued earlier, around 2 hours ago, or just over 2 hours ago, for the extreme southern and eastern portions within the Arklatex region here. So what we're going to be talking about for tomorrow on tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking about pollen and why it's so prevalent around the country right now. And as I'm looking at pollen.com, the national allergy map says 45% of the country is under a medium high status, which means that pollen is still pretty prevalent around the region, and it's actually the highest in areas like McCurtain County and southwestern Arkansas under a high risk for pollen. And this may go down as we go through the next couple of days with the rain on the way. But just last week, as I was supposed to be on the First Alert Weather Breakdown, but the schedule was changed and everything. But last week, I believe it was just around a week ago, the pollen counts was most of the country, 69%, almost 70% of the country was under a high risk for pollen in areas in many states around the not only the Arklatex but for most of the country. And the Arklatex was included under the high risk for pollen. It has since went down, possibly due to the rain that we received over on Easter Sunday and the rain that we are about to receive as we move into the rest of the work week here. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be breaking down the details of why it's so prevalent, how you can protect yourself from pollen, and why it's so prevalent during the spring season, as I should say, as well as the other allergens to watch out for. I have a couple of graphics to show you guys on that. And talking about the allergy season, and we're actually coming up and get to the end of the allergy season, the end of the spring season, and more into summer. And we'll talk about what allergens are more prevalent during the summer season that's upcoming. So make sure to stay tuned for that here. But I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. If you have any topics that you want us to discuss, me or meteorologist Evan Thomason, when he returns on Thursday, please send us an email at weatherbreakdown@ksla.com, or not at, it doesn't have an at the beginning. It's weatherbreakdown@ksla.com, or message us on Facebook. I'm going to actually check the YouTube stream to see if we have any questions. Somebody said, "Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm 27 years old, and I'm from Manitowoc, Wisconsin." How you doing, Jordan? It's nice to see you in the chat, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. But once again, if you have any topics you want us to discuss, weatherbreakdown@ksla.com, or you can message any of us on Facebook, or not so much on Twitter. Not all of the weather team is on Twitter. Not too sure about Instagram, but Facebook is the way to go. Or our email, or you can DM us on KSLA First Alert Weather Team, also a Facebook account. But other than that, make sure to keep on joining us on weekdays at 10:30 a.m. And I will be back on tomorrow. Meteorologist Evan Thomason makes his return back to this live stream desk and on the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown on Thursday and our Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in to the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown today. I had a ball talking to you guys about the rain that's on the way, as well as the severe situations that you should watch out for and protect yourself from, and how to protect yourself from them. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and I will hop off the First Alert Weather Breakdown. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow here at 10:30 a.m.